Now, let's pay tribute to three popes whose love for the land led to the establishment of Pope Farm Conservancy. Art Pope, Vivian Tretsven Pope, and Betty Zoerb Pope. Art Pope was born in Caldwell, Idaho, and grew up on a small farm in Michigan during the Depression. The hard work demanded by farming, along with tough economic times, set the stage for Art's interests, passions, and lifelong work ethic. He was the first in his family to go to college. In 1946, his university studies culminated in a PhD in biochemistry and animal nutrition from the University of Wisconsin. For 43 years, Dr. Pope was a faculty member in the UW Department of Meat and Animal Science. He became internationally recognized as an expert in sheep and food production. He conducted pioneering research which led to cures for numerous nutrient-related diseases in animals. His career took him all over the world to advise governments and universities in developing countries. Back at home, he traveled the Badger State teaching farmers and 4-H youth how to raise sheep. In the early 1960s, Art and his first wife, Vivian, moved to the farmstead that's adjacent to what is now Pope Farm Conservancy. Art's love of sheep began at age 12 with a purebred Hampshire ewe that he purchased for a 4-H project. In time, he had his own flock, which blossomed into a lifelong love affair with sheep farming. Once settled on Old Sauk Road, he brought his original flock out to the farm. In addition to his many university responsibilities, he managed about 65 ewes and 30 head of cattle on this very land. Art tended his sheep flock for 76 years, selling them at the age of 88. He died a year after they were sold in 2010. Vivian Tretsven Pope, known as Viv, was born and raised in Bozeman, Montana. Growing up in the mountains, she always loved open spaces and western sunsets. Viv was an active outdoorswoman, natural musician, and dynamic leader. She graduated from Montana State College in 1942 with a dual major in science and physical education and a minor in music. She was one of the first women allowed to receive a degree in physical education. After college, she taught high school science, physical education, and health, including 1 year at West High in Madison. Viv met Art in 1943 while on a summer visit to the UW to spend time with her brother. Viv and Art married in 1944 and raised 4 children: Mel, Kathleen, Lucille, and Bill. One of the challenges faced by the Pope family was the pace of Kathleen's intellectual development. Viv was a tireless champion for people with developmental disabilities. In 1960, when the Pope family moved to the farm, Viv began teaching special education at the Verona Independent School. Although cancer took Vivian's life at age 53, her devotion to her children, education, and the great outdoors, so in keeping with her Montana roots, was steadfast and deep. It was Viv who first saw the remarkable beauty of the hilltop that overlooks the Black Earth Creek Valley. Betty Zoerb Pope is a Madison native who graduated from West High, then later the UW. She married Edgar Zoerb in 1944. Ed had been Art Pope's fraternity brother in the 1940s. The Zoerbs operated a veterinary practice while raising their 3 sons, David, Eric, and Hans. Widowed in 1967, Betty returned to the UW to earn her master's degree in home economics. Betty worked for the UW Extension Service as an information specialist in Madison and as the home economist in Door County. Betty is a dedicated member of the West Middleton Lutheran Church and a longtime supporter of both the Madison Symphony and the Madison Opera. Betty lives at a senior living facility on the west side of Madison. Thank you, Art, Vivian, and Betty. It's your deep dedication to education, agriculture, and your reverence for the land and its open spaces that form the character of the Conservancy we enjoy today.